the book, his parents, I think they put him into, they pay for his education and stuff. He's lazy. I mean, they're not dirt poor when he's growing up. And then also, they're not idealized as well as, they're not the kind of romantic idea of being poor or the kind of extreme idea of being poor. Like, he sees them as disgusting people as well. Like, his dad tries to seduce his wife when he's there and stuff. It's not really to do with, I don't know, I never really saw it as something about, like, running away from poverty. He feels like he's entitled to wealth. Oh yeah, but I don't think he's thinking if I don't do this job, then if I don't get money, then I'm going to end up in the gutter. It's like he feels entitled from birth. He feels like he should have been born rich. It's not like he's afraid of being poor. I mean, I guess, yeah. That's how I saw it. I don't know. I don't know why I added that.
Thank you. Next question on the left, please.
I'm Alex from Los Angeles. I have two very quick questions. To Mr. Declan, I lived in Budapest a long time. I was surprised to recognize the Budapest Opera House, where I've spent many, many evenings.
I'm afraid I'm sorry you did.
So I'm curious as we could comment on how the Hungarians came in, why you chose Hungary as a location, and so forth. And for Miss Ritchie, with her incredible image change, I've seen you in many, many of your earlier movies, and this seems to be a big change direction in your career. I wonder if you can comment on your participation in this movie differently from your other movies that you have been in before.
Do you want to start?
There you go.
Okay, I'll go. I'm delighted to work with Christine on the movie. It was fantastic working with Christine. It was a great challenge for both of us because we've both done some new things, and it was her sensitivity and her spontaneity. And a capacity to improvise in front of the camera really moved me. Budapest, the reason for Budapest, I'm afraid, is it cost an arm and a leg to close down central Paris. So, you know, our budget didn't run to that. It would have been nice to have Paris, but actually it was great fun to work with the Hungarian crew. They were incredibly helpful. They made us feel extremely welcome. And we managed to invent another world, which is loosely based on Paris. I'm sorry if you recognise the Opera House, but perhaps some people won't. But some of the boulevards are very similar. Thank you, though.
And to answer your question, I really wanted to be a part of this film. I've loved this book since I was like 13 or 14. And I was really excited at the prospect of working with Nick and Declan and with Rob and the rest of the cast. And I love the character of Clotilde. And I do like a bit of a costume drama. So, you know, I was excited to get a corset on.
Thank you. On the right, please.
Hello. My question goes to Christina and Robert. I just want to know, how was it filming those steamy nude scenes together?
Oh, so intimate and romantic with all 100 crew members there and no ceiling.
Yeah. Declan also gave me the worst advice at the beginning. He's like everyone in the 1890s didn't have six packs, so don't work out.
Right, and I was told to grow armpit hair. So we were both really attractive, as attractive as possible at the time.
You must admit now that don't work out is one of the nicest pieces of advice you've ever received.
It seems nice until you have to take your shirt off.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And don't shave your armpits because it's accurate. It's like you're like, yeah, I really want to be accurate to the period, and then you see it on screen as your arms raised and beautiful lighting, and then your arms are raised above your head, and you're just like, that was a bad move. Some accuracy is just not called for.
It's a new fashion Christina's going to set.
Thank
you for that.
Thank you. There was one on the left.
Hello, I'm Robert Iancu from Romania, Radio Links. My question goes to Holiday. Tell us also your feelings regarding your performance in the movie, how it was for you. You were awful quiet until now, and I want to hear your voice. And Christina, also your future projects shortly. I want to know more. Thank you.
Yeah, I was really excited starting this. It was great working with Declan because I love the character because there's quite a lot of ambiguity about her. That initially you think she's quite sweet and very innocent, and then it's not, and you start to feel sorry for her, and it's not until the end that you realise I think George has a line that she is her father in miniature, so by the end you kind of think, oh, I don't know who's worse off in that marriage, him or her. And so it was really fun playing with those kind of levels in the scenes and deciding whether we were going to be innocent or scheming. And Pan Am, the TV show I was doing, the season's over now. So as soon as I'm finished here, I'm going back to New York to start rehearsals on an off-Broadway production of Midsummer Night's Dream.
Cool.
So.
Thank you. On the left, please.
My question goes to Mr. Pattinson. I would like to know what your plans to the future. I mean, you don't want any more blockbusters in your life or for a while? And why the shaved hair? It's for some project.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of cool, like having it. If you don't have to make not the hair. If you I mean, having blockbusters in your life is never a bad thing. I mean, it's just when you're making it, if everyone is expecting it to be a blockbuster, it's kind of lame. But like, if you just make little, like smaller movies, like Bellamy, or like I just did a movie with Cronenberg, and when they become blockbusters, it's great. And the shaved head, it's. Yeah, I don't really know why.
It's me, Rob. It's me, Rob, just say.
Yeah, it's like, I'm trying to look like Declan. No, I was running, and hair kept flapping around on my head, and I thought I looked like an idiot, so I just shaved it off. Really interesting answer.
Okay. Next question, please. It's on.
I'm Yannis from myfilm.gr and Submarine magazine in Greece. I have two small questions on Mr. Pattinson and Miss Ritchie. First of all, Mr. Pattinson, do you realize that there is any kind of sensitivity inside the character, even though at the end it seems that it is completely suppressed under the glorious coming of the victory of opportunism? And also to Miss Ritchie, if finally she is accepting even that side of Georges, and somehow there is a bitter acceptance on that.
Do you want to go first? Or?
There you go.
I think he's incredibly sensitive, but he's just very selfish. He doesn't have any empathy, and he can't stand other people's success, but he can feel very much everything. I mean, he just thinks he tries to relate every little thing to himself, and can as well. He thinks everyone is constantly trying to one-up him or insult him. Every minute of the day is some kind of slight to him. The street, like someone wearing better clothes than him, is like, it's nothing to do with them, it's to do with him. He's completely self-obsessed. What's the second part of the question? What was the second part of the question, sir?
The question is, if at the end there is a kind of great suppression on this sensitivity under this glorious victory of pessimism and opportunism, and also the part of the question that is about Miss Ritchie.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that's one of the things that really attracted me about it, that he actually does feel genuine happiness for a second at the end, when he's like, he's defeated the biggest enemy he's found, and even though he's defeated him in the most dishonorable way, like he still essentially defeated him, and so I think it's one of the only moments of happiness he finds. But I think at the same time, again in the book, he immediately walks out of the church just thinking, oh, I'm going to start all over again now and just screw over a bunch of other people who are richer than Rousset. So it's interesting. His drive will never cease.
And I think for Clotilde, I think that she doesn't really accept that he is the way he is. I think she really feels that he can't possibly be the way he is, and I think she has a very sort of innocent and naive view of life, and that if she loves him, that her love will somehow make him better, and that she can make him happy, and that he isn't capable of all these bad things, that he's not actually capable of hurting her. And I think finally at the end, she is kind of broken by him, and she is broken by this acceptance that he might actually be who he really is. And I think the sad thing is that she's accepted that he is that way, but she loves him anyway.
Thank you. David?
David from Berlin-based newspaper Taz. My question goes to the directors. How do you arrange your cooperation, except Mr. Donnellan seems to do the talking?
Well, I do talk. Sometimes. My background is in design in the theatre, and in fact, doing film, it was a real question to ourselves whether it was possible to do the job, for one person to do the job of directing a movie. And in fact, our skills seemed to separate very naturally. I dealt with the space, the objects, the look of it, and worked more with the camera, etc. And Declan worked with the actors, and that seemed very natural.
Okay. There was one in the back, yes. Please wait a second.
I don't feel I can add anything to that under the circumstances.
Hello, Franziska Bleken at the very back. Working for public radio in the north of Germany, I would have a question to Robert. How does it feel being here on the Berlinale in competition for you?
Are we in competition?
Are you excited, or is it a little bit frightening, or is it no big deal for you, or?
No, I mean it's great. I've never come to any kind of festival with a movie before, so this is really, it's definitely a new thing for me. I love Berlin as well, but yeah, no, annoyingly there's a bunch of other films I want to see as well. But no, it's very exciting. Yeah, definitely.
I don't think we are in competition, or if we are, that's why I'm so relaxed.
Okay. No question on the left?
Just made me sweat. Thank you.